Hello everyone, Hellion here, and we are back with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable, uh, Volume 3 of the Viz Omnibus's 2-in-1s. This is my favorite volume of the entire JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series so far. Let me tell you that it was just craziness all the way through. But like more raw bizarreness, but like I don't know, I just felt like it was better executed than the normal JoJo's fanfare. But it also Araki breaks up the JoJo's format a bit. So like let's take there's only have like 3.5 arcs. I didn't realize until the end, but this the manga author arc doesn't conclude with this volume. That's we'll just have to wait and see how that one turns out. However, we start off with this Italian food arc. Let's go eat some Italian food. And it's like the whole time you're reading this arc. So it's only like 4 chapters, but the whole time you're reading it, it's like, okay, this guy's a stand user. Yes, that's much is obvious, there's a whole 12 twist, but yeah, you're wondering when's the twist. The twist isn't that it's a stand user. Again, that was always going to happen. But it's like, okay, when does he actually try to attack us? But he never does. He just the whole time, he was just trying to help Okuyasu out, with his fine Italian cooking. That was crazy. That was great. But he does look so creepy though. And that just makes it all the way. There's just this creepy looking guy who is very sincere, and there's an Italian restaurant in Japan, and it's just trying to help people out. I think that's great. I like him. He's like has some Tonio Trendy. Okay, that's a weird name. Italians are weird. Okay, but this guy is great. He made some great cooking. And it's like it keeps ramping up because he was like watering his eyes, Okuyasu, and and then his like tooth healed himself, and then his like skin was shredding, but it kept like killing him. It was just great. And yeah, you had Josuke being incredibly curious about what's going on. It's just great. But I don't think we got. Do we get? I don't think we got a stand name unless I missed it. This little cookie glow. I don't know if that's the oh, is that the dog? I don't know. He seemed to know what the stands are. Well, yeah, he was given this by he was given the stand by was it that one guy? Who was that one guy? Damn it. Okay, I thought they said the name of whoever gave the stand, but I don't. I can't find it. Oh yeah, that doesn't matter. But I do. It's probably was it the brother of the Okuyasu guy? I think so. But yeah, either way, just a great arc. Yeah, not too long, but doesn't need to be long. I just like the guy. I just like the concept of just having an arc where they just meet a weird stand user, but there's not like a fight, you know. And not all stand users have to be evil. And I obviously, and not just like not even that, because we know we have a lot of allies, but not every stand user has to be antagonistic to us when we meet them. And we do meet Josuke brings up the whole concept that stand users are attracted to each other. So I like where that's going, I think. But yeah. Next arc, Chili Pepper, and this is the big one of the arc, or of the volume here. It's the longest arc here, and it's a climactic battle against Chili Pepper, the stand that's kind of menacing us in the shadows. He has the bow and arrow and stuff. Made stand users. And yeah, he's making his move, and there's two main conflicts. The one that happens in this field, wide open field, we go to in order to make our distance from any power lines, because it's electric stand. We have to get away from him. This one's quite good. It has a good moments for Okuyasu, trying to battle this faster stand, because that's the one limit of his stand. The hand it's kind of slow. But I don't think that's not like a innate weakness of his stand, is it? Or just because it's just because he's slow? Is it? I don't know. It might be just because the stand's slow. I'm not sure. But either way, it's a good showcase. But he does get outsmarted. In the end, when he erases the earth beneath our Chili Pepper, and he ends up exposing some power lines, and then allowing him to escape and power up. And then we go to the second half, where the stand user exposes him. He reveals himself, which I thought was weird, because it seems like like the whole point of bringing Joseph Joestar back to use his Hermit Purple to find the stand user, but then the stand user exposes himself to try to defeat Joseph Joestar. He's riding on boat, and he's trying to make his stand go to the boat before anyone else can get there to help protect Joseph, because he's like 79 years old, and he's like a powerless old man with a weak stand that can't put up a fight. And he's using a cool tactic where he says like this RC like drone or plane to give him a range to get to the boat, which is cool. But yeah, he does have to expose himself to Josuke and Koichi in order to do it, which seems kind of intuitive. But I guess he was just so confident, that he could defeat them. Yeah, he's Akira Otoshi, a rock star guy. It feels like a weird antagonist to be revealed as like the guy behind Chili Pepper, because it just seems like he wants to rock out. Well, what's he doing being like the mastermind behind making stand users and dealing with a bunch of stuff? I don't know. It just feels a bit odd. But I mean, we are in an odd adventure. I kind of doubt we're seeing the last of Chili Pepper. I think we see more of this guy later. That's my hunch. Because he's too much a big of a deal here. To not be come back, and we didn't kill him. He just in a hospital. He's just in a jail. But yeah, the whole fight is cool. Seeing all the stand powers. Actually, I bit disappointed because I did want to see my boy Koichi. Or check out his reverb. And kind of help take out Chili Pepper. That's a shame. Yeah. At the end of the day, Okuyasu got the last hit in. And he was trying to like, okay, which one of these Speedwagon Association guys is the imposter? I'll hit both. I'll hit one as the other. I'll hit both of them, and he just was lucky the first time. Classic Okuyasu. And yeah, now Joseph Joestar's in town again, or no, first time. The bow and arrow are in the custody of the Speedwagon Foundation, not Association, Foundation. Yeah, now Joseph and Josuke have to get along. Yeah, he has a weird, interesting relationship with his father. He was old enough to be his grandfather, or maybe even great grandfather. And that's it's interesting in itself, but Joseph was never a part of his life. So when he heard that Joseph was coming, didn't really think much of it. Obviously, he wanted to protect him against the stand user because it'd make his mom sad, and we gotta catch this Chili Pepper guy. So that episode shows some of Joseph's character, but also he didn't want Joseph to meet his mom because I think that just make him sure feel sadder. So I like this dynamic here. Hopefully we can get more of it going on or going forward. I think he's still in town, right? At the end of this, maybe we'll see him in this in the second half of the Rohan arc. But yeah, there's this 3-chapter arc after Chili Pepper where we meet like an invisible baby, and it's another another break from the usual JoJo's arc format. Kind of similar to the like last arc would be more of a typical archetype of that, except it was a stand we already knew about. But it's more like, okay, we're having a battle with stand. And here's how our paddlers, interact with each other, playing off each other in cool ways. But this one, it's just a baby that's using its stand. Like, okay, first of all, how does a baby have a stand? Have we seen babies with a stand? You don't know much about this baby. What the hell is with this baby? We have to meet this baby, or we'll see this baby going forward. We know it's a girl. So what's going to happen with her? Ooh, no one with the stand that manifests this early is going to be forgotten about, and with just a 3-chapter arc, we're going to see more of her. There's an interesting power. She can make herself invisible, obviously, and make things around her invisible. I like how he just goes increases with her stress. Which it's an unfortunate situation because the fact that she's invisible makes it harder to take care of her. And when it's hard to take care of her, it increases her stress, which makes it more things invisible, which makes it even harder to take care of her. So she just increasingly turns things more invisible. It's funny when she turns in ground invisible. And then she goes underwater. There's a cool moment where Joseph cuts himself to put blood in the water, so you can see where the blood turns invisible to save the baby. That was cool. I smell, and then we just cut to the mangaka arc, which I mean, it's going to shape up to be a good arc, but we never see any aftermath of what the hell happened to the baby, because this baby is special. You can tell that. And you know we haven't seen the extent of her stand. We don't actually see the stand. Well, given what the nature of her power is, I wouldn't be surprised if the stand itself is invisible. But you only know the stand name. Yeah, we haven't seen the last of this. The last of her. Yeah, manga arc, author house arc. So obviously, okay. I feel like whenever in an unrelated, okay, excluding manga that are about manga making for a second, because those might be a bit different. Although this might apply to them too. I always can't help but whenever a manga shows up in an unrelated type of manga, I always feel that the author might be self-inserting a bit into the character. Because who can relate better to? If there's no other profession, that can relate better, to whoever you're making. You know what I mean? It's like if you're reading a book and the character shows up that's a writer, obviously there's a bit of familiarity there. But I don't know if Rocky wants to self-insert as Rohan. Kishibe Rohan there. That's a name I've heard before because I knew the guy had spin-offs, or at least a spin-off. I know he had an OVA that was adapted from either a manga or a light novel or both, question mark. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that. Probably reading it or something for this thing. Read this whole read through JoJo's I'm doing. But yeah. He's at first I thought this would be another instance of meeting an eccentric stand user that isn't like a villain or like a bad guy that's antagonistic to us. This is the one where it's Koichi and it's Koichi and was Hazamada. What was this guy's name again? Yeah, Hazamada. Yes. What was this guy's stand again? I forgot. I forgot. Yeah. Oh, actually, we did get to see Koichi say something about the baby. The girl staying visible now, and she's warming up to Joseph. But if he isn't near, she starts vanishing everything. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, there's a manga, Pink Dark Boy, that Koichi really likes, and turns out the author Kishibe Rohan lives in town, so they go see him, and he's a very weird guy. He's like psychopathic, basically, just like he wants to learn more about life and like everything about reality for more material for his manga. And that's the end goal. He doesn't crave fame or anything. He just wants to make manga that people read. So of course, being more famous, I guess, would make him more people read it. But it's not about the fame himself. It's more about the having more people read the manga itself. So if you can imagine, like, becoming his works becoming more and more famous, the works himself, but not him. He doesn't really care about the payment for his sake. Um, and he's crazy. He works crazy fast. To make like what 19, 20 pages a week, and he spends the rest of his time uh researching stuff. Like he dissects a spider in front of uh Koichi and Hazamada and eats it. Like what the hell, man? Yeah, I don't think this is a Rocky, guys. Uh, I hope it's not Rocky. uh, yeah, yes, of course he has a stand. Heaven's Door, which he can read people's mind, or people they turn into like pages, and you can read the pages and learn everything about them. The effect looks very cool. It's a very creative ability. I like it. He finds out there are stand users, other stand users like him. That's great. But he can do more. He can write inside the paper to change them. But he doesn't like to do that because it like ruins their authenticity. Um, so that's why he doesn't like doing that. But he does add a thing where they can't attack, or Koichi can't attack him, and he does another one where if he tries to call for help, he'll forget what he's doing. So he's implies a kill of memory into him. But he starts to lose weight. Interesting enough, because I guess that's what happens when he took some of their memory of that experience away, and he lost 20 kilograms. That's a lot more than like some gray matter. I wonder where that's taking from him. Uh, but man, and then he just starts to go towards Rohan's house instinctively, I guess. And Joseph and Okuyasu follow him because he's acting strange. And he does like he does 2 pages of a manga very very quickly, like inhumanly fast, which is very cool. He finished all 19 pages in a single night, and it was his first time doing that. Because he was inspired by learning about all the stands that Okuyasu or not Okuyasu, Koichi and Hazamada had encountered. And yeah, and that's kind of where it ends. With Koichi in trouble. Okuyasu and Josuke on the way. And I'm kind of interested in where this goes because he is um going into the territory of like a villain now or antagonist. He comes just like, oh, you have such wonderful experiences. I'll read your memories and then you can be on your merry way living your life. No, I have to wash you and then take all your memories or whatever and lose all your weights. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how we'll see how this arc goes. But yeah. This is a very fun volume to read. Liking. Part 4 is going to be my favorite part. Definitively. Yeah, I hope it goes great like this. For the rest of the run, whatever. Okay, that'll be everything. So have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.